Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I look like crap, and I'm sorry if you can hear music in the background. I live at home, and obviously there's other people that live here with me, and this is the reality of it. So yeah, I'm gonna be as transparent as possible in this video, and if it just helps one person out there, then that's more than I could ask for. So, this is going to be the video about my anxiety, my story, my background, my struggles, things that I have lost because of my anxiety, or things that I have missed out on because of my anxiety. So, and things that it sometimes makes impossible for me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you struggle with anxiety, depression, or anything, any mental illnesses, then I hope that this helps you somewhat or gives you some type of comfort. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. So I've had anxiety for, I don't even know honestly, since I was in middle school. And I've already graduated, and I'm 21 right now. So I think I got it around 14. So around 6-7 years now, I've been struggling with anxiety. So basically, it started one day or one night. I was in the truck with my mom and my dad, my brother and his friend, I think. It's really blurry. And basically I just felt like I couldn't breathe. And so we pulled over. My mom was going to call 911. My dad said, no, we're not that far from the hospital. Let's just take her there. So they took me to the hospital. They didn't find anything physically wrong with me, health-wise. So they ruled it out to being like a panic attack. The next day, I just went to, I went home, went to sleep. The next day, I was expecting to wake up normal, like perfectly fine. But I woke up just not feeling myself. I was really out of it. I just felt weird. It was just a feeling that I couldn't explain. I just didn't feel like myself, and I just felt like, basically like it was a dream around me. So, we tried to go to a lot of different doctors to figure out what was wrong with me, and basically everybody was ruling it out to be anxiety. And so yeah, now we're here. So the reason that I was feeling like that is because your brain comes to a point where it's either going to fight through the anxiety, or it's like a fly or flight thing. And so when your brain can't put up with it anymore, it just basically blocks it out, and you feel like you're on the outside of your body. It's a very, very difficult, it's very difficult to explain. It's something you definitely have to go through, but there's a lot of videos on it on YouTube. So there was a point in my life where I was just like in my room constantly. I wouldn't even go to school. I wouldn't come out for dinner. I wouldn't leave the house. I wouldn't even leave my bedroom. It was my safe place, and I would just sit in there and I would cry all day. I would just stare out the window, and I'm sure at that point I was in a deep depression because I didn't know what was going on with me. I literally was watching my life just go right past me. Friendships, relationships, and family, holidays, all of that. I literally just was not part of it. And it was just so heartbreaking to me because basically from one day to the next, I felt like my entire life had changed so quickly. I'm gonna try not to cry. Sorry, there's an airplane. So that happened, and eventually I saw a therapist, and the first thing I told her was I did not want to be put on medication and I want to do this the most natural way as possible. So we did breathing exercises and we did like coping mechanisms and all of that. And then she was a great therapist. Like, literally, I felt like she saved my life. Like, when I went in there, she knew exactly how I was feeling, what I was going through. And it was like the first time that somebody had, sorry, it was like the first time that somebody had, like, knew what I was going through. Because I felt very alone, although I was not alone. Thankfully, my mom was there from the beginning until now. She is here for me. And yeah, so I went to see a therapist and we started working on it and it started getting better. And basically, for me, around the holidays, it comes pretty hard. But I just started being able to cope with it better, knowing my comforts, what made me comfortable, and things like that. I even was able to travel to Texas, and yeah, so it came in a lot of different forms. Sometimes I would get anxiety just being in the car. Sometimes I would get anxiety just being around a lot of people, going to places that I hadn't been in a while, just really different things. So that was then, and then I started seeing a different therapist because I was now like an adult. So I was seeing an adult therapist, and then we decided to go ahead and start trying medication. And I asked for, I don't know if I have my medication somewhere over there. I basically asked for the lowest dosage of medication possible. So I think I take 50 milligrams. It was 50 milligrams of Sertraline, and then they boosted it up to 100 milligrams, and I would just break it in half and take half, which I would still be taking 50 milligrams. So I was on medication for quite a while, and it was really helping me. I didn't like the fact that I was taking medication and was dependent on a pill. So eventually, like kind of recent, probably about 7 months ago, I decided I wasn't gonna take it anymore, and I stopped taking it cold turkey. And for exact like almost like 7-8 months until recently, I had a anxiety attack. I got a cold. Basically, when I get sick, for some reason, it makes my anxiety like heightened. And I don't think it was just me being sick. I started working at a place, and the place was really hard on my body. And it's weird. Once I started working there, basically I felt like my health went downhill like immediately. First, it started like with constipation, which I know seems like so normal. Oh, just constipated. But it went from constipation for like a week, and then literally as soon as my constipation went away, I was constantly peeing. My bladder hurted. I pulled something in my stomach, and then I was just constantly peeing. And then I went to the hospital, and they literally couldn't find anything medically wrong with me. So that happened, and then I would get these pains up my legs that were just like excruciating pain, like so bad. The first week of working there, I had a ton of bruises all over my legs. If I can find the video I took of it, I'll insert it. And then, so I went from the constipation to my like bladder like hurting, not being able to hold my pee, and constantly just like peeing like 3 times, like 3 to 6 times within like 10 minutes. And then I got like really sick with a cold. And the job that I was working at was basically like the mindset of, we don't really care if you're sick. Are you coming in or not, basically. So my anxiety was through the roof, and then I was really sick on top of that. And I basically almost went into the same mindset of like where my brain is like either it's gonna fight or flight. Thankfully, I am at a different point with my anxiety that I fought through it. I made sure to, not coop myself up in the house. Thank God for Christian because I'm gonna get emotional again. Christian helps me through my anxiety so much more than he knows because he pushes me to go places even when I don't want to. There was a point when I was working at Walmart and I was going through this situation where I was like not myself and I wasn't in my body, and I had to work every day, and he would drive me to work and I would be literally just crying on the way to work, when I got into work, while I was at work, but I still had to do it, and he pushed me to do it, and behind him pushing is my mom pushing, so thank God for the both of them, because I don't know where I would be at today without either of them. So yeah, that's that, and I struggle with my anxiety every single day. It's not just a seasonal thing. It's both. It's an every single day struggle, and it's also a seasonal thing. If I go to the store and there's a lot of people, there goes my anxiety. If I go on long trips and then my brain just starts thinking because I'm sitting there, I'm not really doing anything, and then there goes my anxiety. If I don't know, if Christian wants to go somewhere new, there goes my thinking, I'm overthinking, and my anxiety kicks in. But every single day I fight my anxiety, every single day, and it's not easy. It's really hard. It's literally it's a mental illness, and some people don't like to think of it as that, but it is. That's literally what it is. Everybody has anxiety, though. Everybody deals with it differently. Christian does have anxiety, but it's way underneath of mine. Thank God, because we balance each other out. He's the calm one, and I'm the anxious one, and I'm the overthinker, and he just calms it down for me. So thank God for that. I don't want this video to be super long and all sad, because it's not. It definitely pushes. Like somebody's coming. Okay. It definitely pushes me like to enjoy life more, because I don't know when I'm gonna have these moments of where I'm just really down. So when I'm not really down is when I like really just take the time to enjoy the little things, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's just going to the store by myself. Everything is such an achievement to me because I couldn't do that then, and to go 7 months without my medication was such a big achievement. And sometimes when you fall back down, like I have fallen back down because I did quit my job, and it was a great job, like money wise, and what do you call that, like insurance and all that, benefit wise, it was a great job. And me and Christian, I'm just gonna be raw with you guys, me and Christian had plans. We already saved up the money to move out, to get an apartment, but obviously when I quit my job, those plans got pushed back, and it hurts my heart to know that it was my fault, basically. And you can't always think like that, but sometimes it's hard to not think like that. It's okay to fall down, though, and I wasn't gonna put a job before my health, because I know if I push myself too much, it's just gonna make it worse for me. So it did push us back on our plans, and thankfully Christian was all there for me. Like, he was like, if you don't want to work there anymore and you just can't, it's okay, you can quit. And I thank God every day for putting like such a wonderful man in my life. we do have our moments, but nevertheless, he's always there for me beyond like I could ever ask for. And he has always been there for me. He's never treated me any different because of my anxiety. And he has become one of my comforts, because at first it was just my mom, but he has become one of my comforts. And I know I can be myself with him. I know I can tell him what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. I'm sorry. So yeah, thank God for him. And so yeah, we did get pushed back on our plans, and we're not moving out as soon as we wanted. And we did have to hold back on the apartment and, being on our own, which also is a struggle for me. Moving out of my parents' house is definitely going to be a huge struggle for me, but at the same time, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to grow with him. So yeah, and I'm gonna have him there with me. But yeah, we did get pushed back on our plans, and it sucks. It really does. Like, we had the money saved. We still have it saved, obviously. And we were just literally waiting. Like, we were gonna go look at apartments that following weekend, and it didn't happen. And there's nothing that I can do about it. Like, I can't go back and fix when quitting my job. I quit my job for a reason, and I know that I will eventually find another job. And we're not struggling. We have a roof over our house. We have food on the table. We have food in our stomachs. Christian has an amazing job. He does make amazing, great money. Not being cocky or bragging or anything like that, but thank God, that we're not struggling. We're not homeless. We're not wondering when our next meal is going to be or anything like that. But we did have these plans, and we were excited about them, and I was excited and stuff. So my anxiety did come in between that, and I let it come in between that. But at the same time, I didn't see myself working at this place forever, just because it was really hard on my body and it was such a repetitive job. So my anxiety is not the only reason that I quit, but it was part of it. I just could not, for some reason. I would be fine the entire day, but when I would go to sleep and know I had to wake up and go to that job, I literally just broke down. I just could not do it. I don't know why. I just could not do it. I don't know. I do feel like shit for quitting my job and setting us back, but at the same time, I will always put my health before a job that doesn't care about you. So that's just my opinion and what I feel and what I think, that mental health is very, very important, and it's very serious because there's different levels, and it can go from 0 to 100 immediately. So I know on Instagram, life can just seem so perfect and nobody's struggling with anything because nobody posts the raw, but that's what's going on in my life. That's literally as real as it's gonna get, and not everything is as perfect as Instagram or as luxurious as Instagram. And yeah, that's the truth. I quit my job. I didn't lose my job. I quit my job because of my anxiety and because it's not something that I wanted to continue on with. And it did set me and Christian back on our plans, on our moving plans, on our apartment, on starting our own lives. It did push us back. But I'm thankful that we have a roof over our head. We have a family that loves us, that supports us. And Christian has an amazing job, and he does an amazing job of supporting me. So, I am, sorry about the music. I am currently back on my medication. I should have taken it this morning. I have not taken it for like 3 days. I need to go ahead and get back on it and keep on it. Sometimes I think of it as like a negative, like, oh, I'm so dependent on this pill, but at the same time, I know that I can do it without the pill, so that makes me feel a little bit better. So if you're struggling with anxiety, I highly recommend seeing a therapist. You're not alone, trust me. So many people struggle with anxiety, but so many people cope with it differently. So yeah, that's my story about my anxiety. That's my struggles. Some coping mechanisms for me are definitely like my headphones are like a huge must have for me. Like everywhere I go, I have my headphones everywhere. So my headphones, my phone, just like things that distract me. My bedroom is a huge comfort. So if I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'll just come in here and just like relax. TV is a huge distraction because basically anxiety is just like constantly overthinking. So when you distract your brain and you put it to think about something else, you just really feel your body relaxing. Meditation is a huge one. Music, the gym. Holy crap. Exercising is like my biggest like stress reliever, anxiety reliever. I don't know what it is, but it's a proven fact that exercise just is such a stress reliever. Yeah. And family. Definitely expose yourself. Don't keep yourself cooped up. Just no matter how scary it feels, that's what anxiety is. It's fear. So no matter how scary it feels, just push yourself to do whatever it is that you're scared to do. And yeah, there was a quote that I wanted to tell you guys, and I completely forgot what it was. It's something like, if you're scared to do it anyways. Something like that. So yeah, just continue to push yourselves. Don't let fear hold you back from your dreams, from your goals, from your life, from your relationships, from your friendships. Just don't let it hold you back. It's not going to be worth it, and you'll look back and be like, I could have done that. And you can do it. So if you're struggling with anxiety, depression, any mental illnesses, stay strong. You can do it. Find help. Find somebody to talk to. Find comfort in somebody. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this really raw video about my anxiety and what's going on in my life. And yeah, I hope to see you guys, or not hope, I will see you guys in my next video. Stay tuned for my next video. It will be me and Christian trying new just new snacks or like candies and stuff that we've never tried before. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.